So it's Miyazaki's birthday, and I'm going to list a couple of things about him that you probably didn't know. Now, most of you have watched Spirited Away, and you probably remember the scene where they were cleaning the river god and they end up pulling a large bicycle from it. Now, this scene is actually inspired from Miyazaki's real life when he was involved in cleaning one of the rivers in Japan, and they pulled out a large cycle, which then he incorporated later in his movies. Second one would be him looking up to Isao Takahata, who is also a co-founder of Studio Ghibli, but he was involved in making films that largely, super emotional. And I believe that in his last film, like in his last project, The Boy and the Heron, Miyazaki was trying to give a tribute to his friend and mentor, Isao Takahata. Third one is attention to details, and I do not need to like really, stress on it because pick any Studio Ghibli film, the attention to detail is like to the point of having the equations right, having the lines right, having the historical context right. And there is this particular example, pretty popular in the animation scene, where he just said that Totoro could have been a carnivorous animal, and there was this one particular student that who said that he cannot be a carnivorous animal because he has this herbivorous teeth, and he was the only one who got selected. So there are a couple more things that highlight his humane side and his complex side, and also his not so good sides, like how he could be very dictator like when it comes to his films, but at the same time he does not own a corner office. He sits very much alongside the top animators and makes movies with them. And he also makes noodles for his staff, his tiny studio. And of course, we have seen him wearing his apron and making, silly drawings and so many watercolor paintings. So, what stands out for me for Miyazaki is that he has lived a very long life and a very diverse life that many of us probably cannot fathom. But at the same time, he has not let the not so good part of his life, whether it involves a war or losing somebody like really close to him, affect his demeanor in terms of you know expressing their emotional outbursts in a negative way. He has gained control over himself, and that is something I think the youth, particularly the male audience, who typically uh, justify their anger because they have had like a very bad past, tend to do that, and there is something for us to learn from him as well. So a very happy birthday to Miyazaki, and we hope to see you 100 plus years.